Oh, hello? Bloody hell's my head.
Smoke! Oh, you're awake.
Yeah, Valentine. She knows.
What happened?
What happened is you won. Congratulations, Stage Magic.
Everyone else is... okay.
We made it through. With a few aches and pains, but the real question is, did you always have a tail?
Really, Valentine? You're gonna mess with her now?
Nothing like a giant magical EMP to sort out your priorities.
If by sort out your priorities you mean get knocked out by your friend when you're rushing to help her.
That must have sucked.
I guess I owe you all an apology.
Don't even worry about it, Smoke. We understand.
I don't.
Help me set up. Thanks, Valentine. Ow. You're right, Teresa. I owe you an explanation for what happened. I owe everyone an explanation.
Did it start with the flowers?
Depending on how you look at things, it started with the day of my birth, but yes, you could say it started there.
Fred, what are you eating?
Kettle corn.
Wait a minute. Is that my kettle corn? Me and my sister have been looking for it everywhere.
Fighters keepers.
Valentine, make her give me my kettle corn.
Quiet, you two. Let Jackie tell her story.
This is about me and my father. My birth father, not to be confused with my dad.
Your birth father?
Stop eating my kettle corn.
The both of you? Shut up. I swear I will launch you out of that window and throw rocks at where you land.
I suppose the best place to start is this morning. Valentine was finally getting the paperwork together that Queen Madeline had asked for.
Ugh, paperwork. I knew this was a horror story. Smoke! Where'd I put that file?
Bookshelf next to the restroom beside your copy of the Accords.
Since when did I have a bookshelf?
Since Threadripper got annoyed with the books being in piles 6 months ago.
I was wondering where the piles went. What about the,
New Magician paperwork is on the upper right-hand corner of your desk, exactly where I left it 3 days ago. All it needs is your signature.
Oh. Right. Thank you. Don't know what I'd do without you, Smoke.
You would be completely lost with a partner at her wit's end, and you'd have less of a safety net when you did something stupid.
Ouch. Someone's grouchy today.
I was up late last night working on a new trick. My cat got caught up in it, and it was a whole thing. The cat is fine, but I'm tired as 20 hells.
That's a lot of hells. Want some coffee? Thread made a pot before she left.
Coffee sounds lovely, thank you. Where did she go, anyway? She's normally here at this hour.
Pixie shenanigans, as far as I know. Sometimes it's better not to ask.
Do you have a date later with Eris?
Nah, her sister wanted a movie night. Why?
Those flowers on the counter. I thought they were for Eris. Unless a certain someone sent them for Threadripper, but that isn't his style.
Oh, those! Hey, yeah, sorry, I forgot. Actually, they're for you.
Oh, well, that's... Wait. What did you do?
Why does everyone assume I did something wrong? These aren't even from me.
Then who are they from?
No idea.
Odd. My agent usually takes care of these things.
So how'd they make it here? Pretty sure there's a card tucked in there. Maybe that'll give you a clue.
There's a card.
Come on, Jackie. There's always a card.
Maybe. Oh, bloody hells.
Another indecent proposal from your biggest fan, eh?
Damn it.
You alright? What's wrong?
I have to make a call. Would you excuse me one moment? I'll just be out in the hall. Hello, Katerina? Hi to you too. Something's come up. I don't want you to worry, but I think it's best if you clear out of our apartment for a while. Just pack a bag and head to Sanctuary. One night, maybe two. Nix will be happy to see you. And don't forget my cat. Dr. DePaul will get into everything if left unattended. I just need to get something sorted. Wait for my call before you come back. Take care, cat. Yeah, you too.
Wait, that was Katerina on the phone? Hey, you didn't need to step outside to do that.
I like my privacy. Well, okay, not just for privacy, but because I don't like bringing her up around you, Valentine. I figured you might panic if you thought she was in danger. Besides, you make that sad puppy face whenever someone brings her up.
I do not make a sad puppy face!
Give me a break. You're making it right now.
That is literally just my face!
Aw, your sad puppy face. It makes me want to just diggle your dummy and make
Eris,
you giggle.
we talked about oversharing.
Why do I even hang out with you people?
You wouldn't be able to see Valentine's sad puppy face otherwise.
Once again, just my face.
Can we please get back to the story?
Everything alright there, Smoke? You sounded a little worried on the phone.
Thanks for respecting my privacy. Don't worry about a thing, Valentine. Everyone is safe.
You do know that telling people not to worry while providing no context makes them worry more, right? Like if I open a food truck and tell all the customers not to worry about food poisoning, that's all they're going to think about.
Valentine, I know you want answers. And I want to give them to you. But I only want to go over this once. And we're going to need to call on some of our other friends. I have a contingency plan in place, and I'm going to need some help to make it work. Let's see who's available to give me a hand, and I'll tell you everything when they get here. Deal?
Alright, fine. But then all my questions get answered.
I promise. Wait. Did you try and open a food truck once?
I don't want to talk about it. Alright, Smoke. Thread, Reza, Eris, me, we're all here. Time to spill.
And hurry, please. We were in line for movie tickets.
You could buy tickets online these days, you know.
Zero Day can hack the ticketing system and get you your seat of choice. Not that I would know firsthand.
None of you understand the joy of the
All right.
movie-going experience.
Cliff Notes version of what's going on.
Nah, no way. If this is something that is putting you in danger, I want the not Cliff Notes version.
I'll do my best, but I don't know everything because some of it happened before I was born. Many years ago, there was a man who made a deal with a creature in exchange for power.
Oh man, this is off to a great start. I wish I had some kettle corn.
Creature? From where? Can I punch it?
I wish I knew more. For now, though, I have no idea what kind of creature we're talking about, and I don't know the details of the deal. What I can say is apparently this man didn't pay close enough attention to the terms and conditions.
Classic mistake.
Indeed. Well, one day the man woke up to find his magic was gone. He seems to think I stole it.
Well, did you?
Of course not. I was born with magic.
So, what makes him think you stole it?
That doesn't really matter, does it? Suffice it to say he's made my life difficult. He's the reason I moved around so much. Why, I use glamour to keep my public persona separate from my private life. Years ago, he challenged me to a duel in London. If I won, he promised he would leave me alone. I did, and yet he continues to nip at my heels. Last year, he sent a cursed amulet to my friend John. Fortunately, his plan failed, but it could have gone very badly. It's exactly why my first thought was to make sure Katerina was somewhere safe. Now he wants to face me once again and claim what he thinks is his.
Holy convolution, Colonel, that was not what I expected. I thought you were going to tell us about, like, some rival street magician wanting your job for some reason, or that Valentine broke something again.
No, I haven't broken anything in a whole week.
You broke my coffee pot.
That coffee pot was cursed. Probably.
Sure it was.
It made the weakest coffee I've ever had. Cursed.
You forgot to add the grounds.
Classic Valentine mistake.
Anyway, Jackie, I'm not the best at maths, but something isn't adding up here.
For me, too. This feels a little like a smoke and mirrors bit. Pardon the pun. Eh? No? There's just
Is
something
there,
you aren't
Jackie?
telling us.
You can trust us. You know that, right? We are your friends.
Alright, okay. When I was a teenager in London, I met my birth father. At first, it wasn't too bad. He seemed like your average punter. Just a man whose life didn't quite turn out the way he hoped. Then he found out my birth date.
What's the deal with your birthday? Is he just really into astrology?
It was the day he lost his powers.
Magical primogeniture. The estate goes to the firstborn child. Usually the transfer doesn't happen until death, though.
So basically, the first time I met my father was also the first time he tried to kill me.
Wait, what? Seriously? Your dad tried to kill you?
No. My dad is the man who raised me. This one is like a persistent infection.
Okay, so the familial pathogen has issued another challenge. When and where?
Soon. At Mosaic Stadium. I'd imagine his goal is still to have it end with me dead. I have no intention of allowing that to happen.
You're not facing the sky alone, Smoke. Especially not in a giant toilet. Let's go together and we can kick this guy's ass. Even the best can't out-magic my shotgun.
My sister and I are in. Holy poop! We're gonna miss our showtime. We gotta go. Text me the deets.
Right. Smoke, you're my friend. I'm helping too.
I appreciate the offers, but this is my fight, and I have to end this on my terms, so I know for sure that this magic is mine. However, regular people could get caught in the crossfire, so I need you there to keep people away. And in case I fall, you will need to stop him.
This isn't right. I can't let you do this alone.
I don't recall asking permission. I need you to trust that I know what I'm doing. If you want to see it live, get to Mosaic Stadium as soon as you can. But I'm very sorry. It's going to take you a while.
Did she just vanish in an actual puff of smoke? Is that even allowed?
I have to hand it to her. She commits to the bit.
We're not actually letting her do this on her own, are we?
Heck no. Definitely not.
Let's move.
Valentine?
What now?
The hallway has, disappeared.
There's nothing outside the windows either. It's just fog.
What's going on? Did Jackie do this?
She sealed us off.
Did she move us into another dimension or something?
Nah, Harriet Houdini doesn't mess with that kind of magic. This is one of her illusions.
I hate illusions. Let's power through. We probably just have to get past the range of the spell, right? I'll turn right and head down the stairs. It'll be a piece of cake. Where the hells am I?
Oh, Ash and hells. Thread, get out my kit. I'm gonna undo this spell, but it's gonna take a little while. Razor, stay put! Tell you, when I find Jackie, there's gonna be a conversation.
Hurry up, will you? It's weird out here. Why do all of Jackie's illusions have pigeons?
I'm sorry about the fog spell. I couldn't handle the thought of putting everyone at risk, so I made a decision.
Jackie, you know that we all love you. Your problems are our... Hey, keep your hands out of my kettle corn!
That's my kettle corn.
Show me a receipt.
Here, from the theater.
That proves nothing.
So noisy. Hey, Vanderbilt, can I have some?
Yeah, sure.
What? But
She asked.
Never try to make sense of pixie logic. It'll tie your brain in knots.
Sometimes literally.
I can't believe we're missing another showtime for this. Can you all just not?
Yeah, sorry about showtime and all that.
Thank you, Harris. Back to the story. The teleportation spell took me directly to Mosaic Stadium.
Giant toilet.
No.
Shush!
John was already inside, checking his gear and laying out the sigils. Everything set?
Pretty much. I did a quick sweep already, too. No civilians around, as far as I can tell. How do you think the others are doing?
Right now, I would bet Valentine and Threadripper are working on undoing the spell. Reese's probably terribly lost in the hallway. It'll likely be 30 minutes before they get here. I left a pigeon the size of a Volkswagen as an ace in the hole to buy a little more time.
It's not like you had a lot of options in this situation, though. I wasn't expecting him to try again this soon. Were you?
I knew he would be looking for another opportunity, but I thought we'd have a bit more time.
Who do you think he has backing him now?
I have no idea. But they're sure to be nasty. John, if things go wrong, someone will need to mop up what's left of that.
I believe the term you're looking for is fermented humanoid dung heap. Anyway, I can keep an eye on the sidelines until they arrive. Is there anything else you need me to do aside from filming? Maybe a little ritual? I'm sure I've got a cursed something or other back in my car.
You've already done so much for me, John. But the truth is that, just like I told the others, I have to do this on my own. I need this to be done, and the only way to avoid this haunting me forever is by knowing I ended it with my own power.
Are you sure? this plan is going to work, Jackie.
My life depends on it. It has to. Do you have everything?
Yep. The cameras are set up around the field, all feeding into my laptop. I even brought backups. Here's your lapel mic.
Thank you. Let's get this over with. You have been listening to The Graveyard Tapes. Smoke and Mirrors, a Jackie Smoke production, Part 1. Written and produced by Brianna G. Edited by Dustin Gray, Aidan Morgan, Angela Dumalog, Rick the Whitebird, and Nikki Ewart. Featuring Brianna Jean as Jackie Smoke, Chase Hunter as Valentine, Rick the Whitebird as Threadripper, Caitlin Sinnott as Risa, Patrick Mendelson as John, and Nikki Ewart as Eris.